Good afternoon again. It goes fast.
We're all set. We'll start with Andrew, if you want to kick
Voice.
us off.
Philippe, how's the squad looking ahead of this one?
Oscar will be out. I don't know how long, so we're looking into that with the doctor and specialists. So I cannot say anything about that for the moment. Kemar is back, who can be back into the squad. So because it's a normal pitch tomorrow, and Ryan Jack also trained last couple of days, so he's coming also into contention for the squad.
Is Tom Lawrence okay after midweek?
And Tom Lawrence is okay, yeah. We still need to see with playing minutes how we divide this with the players who are coming out of injury. If you play every 3 days, but he's available to play some minutes.
I know you won't want to put too much pressure on Kemar's return just with the injury problems he's had, but is the hope that you'll be able to build him up and he'll be a big contributor towards the end of the season?
It's for all the players the same. So not only for Kemar, I want everybody in their best form. So we're working with the medical staff, with the performance staff, really hard on that. We have a lot of discussions about playing minutes every game. So I laughed with them last week that they are, for the moment, almost choosing the squad that starts the game and ends the game instead of me. So I don't have much to do anymore here.
Is that a challenge you set to the players to tell them to go out there and make sure that you're not left with much of a decision of who starts what game?
No, I'm joking now. I'm joking. Let's be clear about that it was just a joke. But no, it's a lot of discussing, looking at numbers, looking at the history of the player also, and then making decisions around that all together, and to stick together around that also, and to explain the players also why, because a lot of them are eager to get more minutes when they feel good, but maybe sometimes you need to protect them against themselves also. So we are working really hard with all the club together to come to a normal situation, because until now it's been quite a puzzle.
I know you'd be keen to repeat the type of performance you had last time you were at Ibrox. How different do you think this challenge will be against Motherwell?
Different opponent, different game, different circumstances. So even if we played against the same team, it would never be the same game. So that's always the case. Motherwell, yeah, it's a little bit a strange story. I'm always interested in data because it controls your feelings, or it backups the feelings that you have or not. So you see where they are in the league. We had a special game there, so you cannot take many conclusions about that, because with the weather and the wind, it was really special circumstances. The team did really well there. I saw also the game at Ibrox in the beginning of the season, and it was a very difficult game. And I've seen now in the data that there are, and I was surprised about that, but because it was something I didn't know, but it's the team who's third in the ranking of scoring most goals in the league. So that was something new for me. So it shows also that we need to play not only a game where we need to be offensively really good to break open the wall, but we need to defend as a team also really well against them. It's going to be also crucial, not to be naive.
With a big game coming up on Thursday night as well, do you have to have one eye on that in terms of team selection as well and balancing that?
I wish I could do that, but for the moment it's game by game, and looking how players recover, how they come back, and then making the right decisions altogether. So in that way, yes and no, I always think about the game before and the game after. So it's in a way you think about it, but not as much as I would like to.
How much confidence does it give you, Philippe, when you're assessing scores and how you're going about, be it a battle against Kilmarnock or at home against the third place team, your team are continuing to find solutions in every game? That must give you a a real ship confidence?
No, it's. I have also confidence in all this squad, and also in the young guys who come to train with us, who are doing good things. So, what I said last week also, our strength is now that every training is really competitive. It's very competitive with starting 11 and the other 11 who do the job to try to play as the opponent. So no, it's really pleasing to see that in these 4 months together, every member of the squad has raised their level. Not only physically, but in every sense, also technically and for sure tactically. So that they know what to do. So in that way, it's been a really important job to work with everybody and not to be focused on 11 or 14 or 15 players, but on everybody. And we will continue like that.
You mentioned after the Kilmarnock game there was a disappointment about the handball that wasn't given with VAR. Have you had discussions, or the club discussions about VAR? I know the SFA issued apologies to other clubs this week about VAR. Have you had those similar discussions?
No, I didn't have discussions about that. It's been really busy also. We're how much? Not 48 hours after that game, so it goes really fast. No, I hope for the future that there can be more clarity about things, because I know there are decisions made in a gray zone, and I don't think with the handball rule that it's become easier for the referees or the VR. It has become more difficult with that rule and the way it's decided by UEFA or FIFA about that. It's more difficult. But that's why it's also important that there's more clarity, because my job is also to explain my players what they can do or not do on a pitch and what is handball or not. If they come on a pitch feeling that there is injustice, then we have a problem. I don't say it was the case, but it needs to be really clear. And afterwards also, what is handball or not. I don't think it's good for the game if all the players start running around in the 30 or in the 60 meters with all their hands on their back, what you see already now. But even then, when your arm is like that, it's sometimes handball. So like this, you cannot defend, you cannot turn. It's not good for the game that they run around like penguins in the 60 meters. So it's important, what I said a few weeks ago, if we can get in the future more contact together outside all the stress and the tension of games with the referees to discuss things, and I think it will be beneficial for both sides.
Do we need that sooner rather than later, though, because everything's so tight in the league at the moment with that clarity? You don't want a VAR error to be deciding big matches and could even deciding titles. Do we need that clarity sooner? Is that
I think it helps everybody. It helps the managers all over it. It's not only for me. I think everybody wants that, and I think the referees want that also. I was really happy in the game that I could speak with the fourth official about things that I had questions about, and he was really clear in his answers. So that was really top. That was really good, because that takes also some tension out of the managers, not only for me, but with every manager. So to have a good open relationship together, and doesn't mean that you need to agree all the time together, but that there's just transparency and that you can communicate in a respectful way with each other.
Philippe, you said you can't tell us how long Oscar will be out for, but can you tell us what his injury is?
It's a muscle injury, but I cannot say much more for the moment.
How disappointing is that, given how well he started his career?
Yeah, but I don't want to go into that. To speak about a half-empty glass, I'm focused now on the players who are available for this game, because otherwise I would have lost a lot of energy last couple of months, and that's useless. So it's a pity for him and for the team. Yes, it's an opportunity for another player to show it and to do it. It works like that.
We can ask about Ridvan Yilmaz. You brought him on at half time. He hadn't really asserted himself in the team before he came to the club. Just wondered how you see his progression since he came in and what you see
Yeah, he's made a really big evolution last couple of months. He's grown in every sense, maybe not in every sense, but almost in every sense. No, first there were a lot of rumors around him in January, and I didn't see 1 second a difference in his behavior, in his training mentality, in his togetherness with the rest of the team. Not 1 second. So that's already a strong thing, because I've seen other things in the past, not here but in other clubs. Secondly, he's grown on the pitch. His level is higher, physically, technically, tactically. Also his resilience in the duels, his passion. He's really popular in the dressing room also. The boys really like him. So he made a really good integration into the squad last couple of months. I don't think it was 6 months ago the case, all of those things. So credit to him. He's a fighter, and we need fighters. And then I don't mind how big they are in centimeters.
Thanks, guys. Dailies?